So today we will be covering our practice questions, and these questions are important and we will understand the concepts through the MCQs. So without wasting any time, let's begin with our Hindu Succession Act set 5, and first question for the day is: a person is disqualified from inheriting the property of murdered person if he, option A, commits such murder, B, abets commission of such murder, C, both A and B, D, only B. So the correct answer for this question is both A and B. If a person, he himself commits the murder, or by abetting someone he commits that murder, then he will be covered under section 25 and he will be disqualified from inheriting the property of the murdered person. So now for moving to our next question: which section of Hindu Succession Act deals with the provision of convert descendants disqualified? So section 26 deals with this concept. Now moving to our next thing. First of all, let us see what section 26 says. Section 26 is where before or after commencement of this act here means Hindu Succession Act, a Hindu has ceased or ceases to be a Hindu by conversion to another religion. अगर आपका कोई एक इंसान है जो कि अपना जो हिंदू धर्म है उसको या तो वो छोड़ देता है या फिर वो किसी और धर्म में, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मोमडन या किसी सिक्स आर कवर्ड इन हिंदू, सो नॉट सिक्स, अगर वो मोमडन हो जाता है या अपना कोई और धर्म ऐसा ले लेता है and it is out of the definition of Hindu, then he will be ceased to be a Hindu, and all the children born out of him or her after such conversion, and उसका conversion के बाद अगर कोई आपकी children born होते हैं, then they will be disqualified from inheriting the property of any of their Hindu relatives. So जो भी आपके हिंदू रिलेटिव्स जो भी को-पार्सनरी प्रॉपर्टीज होंगी उससे वो डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाएगा इनहेरिट करने के लिए, ठीक है, अनलेस इसकी एक एक्सेप्शन ये है कि अगर जिस टाइम पे वो चिल्ड्रन बॉर्न हुए हैं उस टाइम पे अगर वो पर्सन हिंदू था at that time, then they will not be disqualified, otherwise they will be disqualified. So moving to our next question: where an interest in any immovable property of an interstate devolves upon two or more heirs specified in class 1 of schedule, and any of such heir proposes to transfer his or her interest in the property, the other heirs shall have a dash to acquire the interest proposed to be transferred. A, preferential interest, B, non-professional interest. So the correct answer is preferential interest, sorry for that, and it is provided under section 22. This concept we will discuss in our further slides also. It's an important section and we have multiple questions on this, so let's deal with it in the later part of this video. Now next question: section 25 deals with A, testamentary succession, B, failure of heirs, C, computation of degrees, D, none of the above. So the correct answer is none of the above. All these things are not dealt under section 25. Court under section 22 includes: A, any court specified by state government, B, court within whose jurisdiction immovable property is situated, C, court with whose jurisdiction business is situated, D, all of the above. So the correct answer is in section 22 all these courts have the jurisdiction, so correct answer is option D. Next question: preferential right to acquire property in certain cases is provided by. This is the only right that we were discussing, and which and further we have to discuss the section 22. So this correct answer is section 22. The preferential right to acquire property is discussed in section 22 of HSA. So let's see section 22. Section 22 says where after the commencement of this act an interest in any immovable property, here it is specifically mentioning immovable property, of an intestate or any business carried on by him or her, whether solely or in conjunction with the others, devolves upon two or more heirs specified in class 1 of the schedule. You can refer the schedule which is there in the end of this act, and any one of such heirs proposes to transfer his or her interest in the property or business, the other heirs shall have a preferential right to acquire the interest proposed to be transferred. So those who are mentioned in the class 1, they have a preferential right to acquire the interest that is there in the property that needs to be transferred. So now coming to our next question. Consideration under section 22 shall be determined by A. Agreement between the parties, B. By the court, C. Either by A or B, D. None of the above. So the correct answer is either by A or B. That is option C. The consideration for which any interest in the property of the deceased may be transferred under this section shall, in absence of any agreement between the parties, be determined by the court on application being made to it in this behalf. So if there is an agreement, then it will be devolved according to it. If there is no agreement, then by the court. Now coming on to next question. Agnate has been defined under, so all this the section 3 tells about the definitions and explanation that are of the terms that are dealt in this act. So agnate is defined under section 3 subclause A of Hindu Succession Act, and it means the person is said to be an agnate of another if two are related by blood or adoption wholly through males. Okay, so the correct answer is option C. Now coming to next question. Under section 3 of Hindu Succession Act, a rule can be a custom or usage. When we can say a rule is a custom in under Hindu Succession Act, so what all are the essentials and essential features for a rule to be a custom? So first option is if it is certain and not unreasonable. B, if it is not certain but reasonable. C, if it is neither certain nor reasonable. D, if it is either certain or reasonable. So the correct answer is option A, if it is certain and not unreasonable. For a custom to be for a rule to be a custom or usage, it should be certain. Like there needs to be a proper demarcation, like this is the rule. Then there should not be any uncertainty. And secondly, it should not oppose the public policy, or it should not be unreasonable. Now moving to next question. If two persons died simultaneously, then for succession, who shall be presumed to be survive the other? So like if there's a younger brother and an elder brother and both of them died together, then who shall be presumed to be survive the other? So you will find the answer in section 21. The correct answer is younger survive the elder. Now moving to next question. Which section of Hindu Succession Act deals with the provisions of succession when higher disqualified? Like in which section disqualification is given? Option A, section 29. Option B, section 27. Option C, section 13. Option D, 26. So if you refer section 27, then it provides if any person is disqualified from inheriting any property under this act, it shall devolve as if such person has died before the intestate. So section 27, let's have a look upon it. If any person is disqualified from inheriting any property, person can be disqualified on various grounds, and it shall devolve as such person has died before the intestate, and we will presume it that the person have died before the intestate. So section 27 deals with it. Now coming on to our next question, and this is the last question for the day. Does a child who was in the womb at the time of the death of an intestate shall have the same right to inherit to the intestate as if he or she had been born before the death of intestate? You have to tell whether this statement is true or false. The correct answer is this statement is true, as the provisions regarding this are provided under section 20, and section 20 we will discuss in our further sessions. And till then, take care, do practice, read the Bare Act, and all the best.